Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's lunchtime with the Habit Master. I'm your host, Dr. Stephanie Aldrich, and I help people change their bad habits. When you change your habits, you change your life. Today is Mommy Monday, and we're going to talk about 5 ways that the super successful and wealthy people pass on to their children. So 5 habits that kind of help their kids get in and get on board with being successful. I want to know what that is, don't you? You better stay with us. So remember, if you're doing your Christmas shopping envelope, we're putting money away so we don't end up with debt in 2020. We're up to $960. So we're almost at our goal of $1,000. So next week, guess what? We're going to have $1,000 so that Black Friday hits and we're prepared. So make sure you put your $60 in this week in your envelope because we're getting there. Got a new book out. It's called The Habit Formula, A Parent Success Equation. So if you're struggling, this is really good for teenagers too. I'm not there yet, but the same ways that adults can do it, you can also help your kids, your grandkids, and especially those pesky teenagers help to hit their goals, help to build good habits that everyone needs to be successful in life. So before we get started, I want to talk about the 5 habits wealthy people pass on to their kids. So number 1 is you and I are responsible for creating our own life. So we're not going to play victim. Oh, well, the government, and you're not going to get out of the neighborhood because we're not supposed to get out of the neighborhood, or I'm from a small country town and nothing ever good happens to us. Stop playing victim. You're passing that on to your kids, and that's not going to do them any good, right? Wealthy and successful people pass on the habit of living with purpose. You make your own life. You're responsible for getting out of bed and going to work out and practicing, to get on the team, right? You're responsible for studying and getting good grades on whatever that test is that's coming up. Or maybe you want to, get into grad school. You're responsible for doing everything that's necessary to do that. That's what they teach their kids. What are you teaching your kids? Hey, Nancy. That's right. It's so true. Number 2. Step up and take responsibility for your own actions. Now, everybody messes up. I mess up. I make mistakes. You got to teach your kid to step up, say, hey, we made a mistake. How can we make it better? How can we fix the situation? Do you have to give them their money back? Do you have to, help them to succeed? Maybe you have to spend a little more time. Maybe, they're trying to sell something or help somebody and they just aren't getting it. You have to step up. You have to be responsible and say, hey, let's make this right. What do I have to do? We got to put in more practice. We got to do this. We got to do that, right? You make a mistake, you make it better. You say, hey, I'm human, whatever. Don't make excuses now, but just say, hey, yeah, you know what? We messed up. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make it right. If you do that now while they're young, when they get to be adults and there's more on the line, right? There's money, there's a job, there's safety involved, maybe with their family or something. When it messes up, everybody's going to mess up. You take responsibility and you start over, you start fresh, and you try to make it right. Okay? Number 3, you live with purpose. What are you good at? What are your talents? Everybody has them, right? I notice the more that I focus on my strengths, the further I get. Hey, Sunil. That's right. It all starts with you, right? What are your strengths? The more that I focus on my strengths and not necessarily my weaknesses, I go farther. I get so much more done. So as I'm raising my son, there's a lot of things that I can see are kind of weak for him. Maybe communication, he's a little bit more shy, this and that. I don't worry about those right now. I worry about building on his strengths, because I see when I do that, certain things come easily to him. And when I focus on those and I try to give that more and more attention, it just seems like he's just taking off in those areas. So, okay, if he's good in math, if he's good in sports, if he's great, he's a great artist, build on that, because you never know where that's going to go. Will they become a graphic designer? Will they become, an author and go around the world and sell all kinds of books and programs and help millions of people? You don't know. Will they end up getting a great job and being responsible for a team of people that rely on their skill and talent to help keep the business going and to help them with their livelihood, right? Build on their purpose. Give them a mission. Help them build that. Hey, you're really good at this. You can make money doing that. Maybe they love drawing. They could be a graphic designer. They could do website design or videos or editing or anything like that. You just never know what they're going to do. But when they're young, build on those talents. Build on the things that they're good at. Don't worry about the things that they're bad at. Not usually when you're bad at something, if you're bad in math, you're going to be bad at math no matter what you do, right? All of the tutors in the world aren't going to make you better in math. I myself, I know what my weaknesses are, and I just forget about them. They are what they are. I am the person that I am as an adult. Let's build on my strengths. Same for your kids. Everybody wants to have the well-rounded child, and that's okay. Everybody needs to know certain things, just to kind of make your way through life, right? And through the world as it is. But what comes naturally to them? What's an innate ability that they have that you're like, wow, I don't know where that comes from. It's not coming from me, right? That's what you need to build on. That's what you need. If you can't help them with it, you need to find somebody else that does. In the Habit Formula book, the kids edition, I talk all about how to find a mentor so that they can guide your child when you can't, or maybe your hubby or spouse can't, because you don't have that talent or ability. I help you to find the right mentor so that they can discover and build on the foundation that they already have, right? So number 4 is acquiring wealth is a good thing. You've got to develop a mindset here that being successful really is okay. It's nothing to be ashamed about. It's not that you're going to flaunt it and make others feel bad about their positions in life. It's that you can help these people. You can help anybody you want to if you can make it all right in your own life, right? It's okay to be wealthy. It's okay to be successful. Now, obviously, you got to work at it. You got to develop those talents and abilities that are innate and strong with you and your child, right? But it's okay to talk about money. Some cultures, nobody ever talks about money or how to build wealth or how to take care of their families. And it's almost like they just expect them to be good at it. Well, nobody's innately good about it, right? You have to learn. You have to mess up. You have to build on things. And the only way to do that is for you parents out there or grandparents is to help them with this stuff. Tell them about your success. Tell them about your failures and build on that. That's the only way that the next generation is going to get better, is if they learn from us. They learn from their elders. They learn what works. They learn what doesn't work, and they build on it. And then they can make it their own. They can do what they want to do. So in our household, anytime we get a paycheck, anytime we get a big win or something just happens, we let our child know about it. We say, hey, look at this money that daddy got. Ooh, feel it, touch it, count it. How much is that? What can that buy? And he understands that if he puts in some effort over here, he gets rewarded over here, and he then understands where that can be spent. Okay, we're going to save. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Hey, we get to go to, on vacation because we've done this and this. He puts it all together, and then it's not going to be a big deal when he's an adult, when he has his own family. He's already going to know what to do in different situations because we've exposed him to that. So make sure that You have talks about money, about earning it, about saving and investing, and all of those things that we as adults have to do. If we can give them that foundation to build on when they're young, even if they're 2 or 3, have them help you start counting coins and money and knowing, hey, that thing that you want, that toy, costs this much money, and then actually have them earn it. Do a chore chart, do something, different things around the house that you can help give them the idea of earning something and then receiving a reward for it. Okay? Number 5, and I think this is good for anybody, is improve yourself daily. You're not going to be good at everything the first try, right? I know in dentistry, we were basically taught the exact same things freshman year up to senior year. It's just all of a sudden it was like practical. We've done it so many times and things clicked. Your kid's going to be the same way. They're not going to be a professional football player when they're 5, right? It's going to take a long time. They're still doing the same fundamentals. They're still passing the ball, running, catching and all of that, blocking. They're doing the exact same things, but now they're an adult, they're stronger, they're bigger, and they've been doing it all along the way, and they get good at it. That's the difference between professional athletes and amateurs, right? High schoolers, middle schoolers. It's that, yeah, they're bigger and stronger, but they're also better. And it's not that the skill set that they're learning is any different. It's just they're the best at it. They've taken those few fundamental skills and they've practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced until they've perfected it. And even if you're not a professional athlete, right? Anything goes. You want to be a speaker. You want to be an author. You want to be a salesperson. You want to be an architect. You want to be a doctor or a lawyer. All of those skill sets are things that you can build on along the way, and you can get good at it. But unless you start early with the confidence that, you know what, I'm going to mess up. I need to pull in resources. I need to learn those skills. I need to practice. I need to learn from other people. Maybe I need to tweak the way that I present something to somebody, or the demonstration presentation, or how they're going to pay for it. Maybe I need to be more creative with my payment plans. When you start thinking that way, you're improving. You've gotten help. Somebody else is doing it a certain way and they're having success, and all you're doing is grabbing a hold of that and making it your own and implementing it. So those 5 things: 1, create your own life. 2, step up and take responsibility when things go wrong. Be an adult, be responsible. Number 3, live with a purpose. What are your talents? What aren't your talents? Build on the talents. Number 4, acquiring wealth is a good thing. Talk about money with your kids. Talk about where it goes and how to build it. If they're used to it when they're young, they're going to be used to it when they're older, right? And number 5, improve a little bit daily. You got to start somewhere. You got to start at the bottom. Keep improving. Keep working towards your goals, towards your targets. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Every day, go through a little bit at a time. So that's it for me today. Make sure that you check out iTunes and Spotify for Lunchtime with the Habit Master episodes. And then check out my channel on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Go to the Habit Master channels and check out all the crazy videos that I've been doing. And that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, and let's build good habits together.
Want more money? Want to get into shape? Want a loving relationship? Okay, so why don't you have these things right now? The answer is habits. Your habitual behavior and thoughts are keeping you stuck right where you are. So how to get past your habits? You've got to open your routine to different thoughts and actions. When you do this, you start to get different results. It really is that simple. But most people don't stick with the changes long enough to benefit from the results. This is where the habit formula comes into place. The habit formula looks at the origin of habits and how they form. Then it takes the next step in showing you how to hang in there long enough to see the results you want. Want to learn more? Go to thehabitformulabook.com and grab your free copy. That's right, it's free. Go to thehabitformulabook.com. Find out how hundreds of other people around the world have used the habit formula to get the results they want. You don't need to be Einstein to figure this out. Go to thehabitformulabook.com today.